Hi, beautiful black women. My name is Abby. In this video, we're talking about a TikTok from a white woman that's been making the rounds, where she calls out a truth many of us have been saying for years, that when black men prefer to date white women or other non-black women, it's often not because they actually find them more attractive. It's because they don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to be held to a certain standard, and they know black women are more than likely to demand both. Before we get into my thoughts, I want you to hear exactly what she said so you understand the full context. This isn't one of those vague or sugar-coated takes. She spelled it out clearly, so let's play the clip and then we'll break down everything she brought up.
All right, this is a topic I have stayed away from, but I think it's time. And I'm not going to get deep into it, but I do want to say this. Black men in particular who say that they prefer white women, they prefer to date white women. It's not because they think we are more attractive, because let's be honest, we already know we're not. Like toe to toe, if you line up 10 white women and 10 black women, objectively speaking, you're going to find more genuine beauty, organic beauty in black women. It's not that these men think we are more attractive. It's that they know that we are not going to hold them accountable in the same way. When a black man starts listing off why he doesn't date black women, why he doesn't partner with a black woman, almost all of the time, it's the traits that have to do with them being firm and knowing who they are, knowing what they deserve, and holding these men accountable and holding them to task. A lot of times men decide that they want to venture away from dating black women because they do not want to be accountable. It's not because they find us more attractive. They want the easy way out. There were a lot of comments on this last video I wanted to respond to, but this one in particular, I wanted to make sure to make a video response because yes. And how sick is it that the bond or the common thread between these specific black men that say they do not date black women and prefer to date white women and non-black women, the common thread between them and the white women and non-black women they choose is our disdain, our jealousy of black women. Because that's what it is. Our hatred for black women is just our jealousy, right? Why do we try to emulate black women at every turn? Get lip filler, get braids, tan our skin, get BBLs. We hate black women because we're not them. We hate black women because they possess so much of what we don't have. And I'm fortunate enough to be and have been in community with many black women who are friends, more like sisters, have been mentored, loved on, and taught, cared for by black women in particular. And that's why I know what I know. No one with my complexion wakes up and knows this on our own. But I do know if we take time to listen and learn, if we take time to look in the mirror, get honest with ourselves, we'll pay attention to what black women have been saying. So I know a lot of the comments underneath that video have been, we've been telling y'all. Yes, black women have absolutely been telling us, we just need to listen.
Now, what's interesting is that she's not the only white woman saying things like this lately. More and more white women are coming onto social media and being brutally honest about their experiences with black men. They are confirming the exact things black women have been saying for decades. That many of these men seek out relationships where they won't be challenged, where their behavior won't be questioned, and where accountability is off the table. And let's be clear, black women have never been delusional about this. We've always known the truth. We have seen the patterns. We've experienced the disrespect firsthand. And we've had to watch as our concerns were dismissed as bitterness or jealousy. But now, when white women start saying it, suddenly it's seen as valid. Suddenly people believe it. That's the sad part. It's not that the information is new. It's that it's coming from a source society values more. But regardless of who's saying it, the fact that more of these white women are speaking up shows that the fantasy some black men try to sell about their relationships with non-black women isn't always reality. Behind the Instagram couple photos and curated TikTok skits, there's often a dynamic of one-sided tolerance and low expectations that doesn't lead to true partnership. And the fact that white women are starting to talk about it publicly, that's proof that the issue isn't with black women, it's with these black men. Now, I think it's more important to start by saying this isn't about centering white women's voices, but about highlighting when even someone outside our community can see the exact same patterns we've been pointing out. This TikTok wasn't sugarcoated. She laid out how a lot of these relationships are built, not on love or deep connection, but on an escape from responsibility and the comfort of shared disrespect towards black women. The woman in that video made it clear. When black men start listing the reasons they don't like black women, what they're really doing is describing the strength and self-awareness of black women. They're describing the fact that we know who we are, what we deserve, and that we won't accept being mistreated without speaking up. That is not a flaw, I think it's strength. But for men who want the easy way out, avoiding accountability means finding someone who will tolerate more, challenge less, and accept excuses. She also pointed out something that will make a lot of people uncomfortable, which is the bond between certain black men and certain white women. It isn't about romance, it's really just a shared disdain for black women, and that connection is fueled by jealousy. She broke it down like this. Why would a white woman go out of her way to tan her skin, get braids, get lip fillers and BBLs if she didn't want to imitate the physical traits of black women, the same traits that not too long ago society used to ridicule us for? Now, we all know that before BBLs were a trend, a lot of black women were teased for their natural curves. Before lip fillers became a multi-million-dollar industry, black women were shamed for our full lips. Even our natural hairstyles were mocked and deemed unprofessional, but now they're suddenly fashionable when it's worn by someone else. This is the contradiction she was calling out. How features that were once used to demean black women are now being embraced and celebrated when they appear on white bodies. And this is where her point really hits. White women who emulate black women physically but align themselves with black men who disrespect black women aren't just appreciating the culture, they're a part of the problem. It's about wanting the look of black womanhood without the lived experience, without the struggles, without the history of resilience. And black men who seek this dynamic aren't innocent in it either. They benefit from the imitation, from the performance of blackness without the burden of accountability that comes with actually being with a black woman. So in short, this TikTok was a mirror. It showed exactly what's been happening. Black men seeking an easier path where their flaws aren't called out, certain white women cosplaying as black women while disrespecting the real thing, and a cycle of disrespect that black women have been forced to witness over and over again. At the end of the day, this video was not surprising. None of it's ever surprising. Black women have been saying this for so long now. The only difference now is that more people are finally willing to say it out loud. And some of them aren't even black women. But whether it comes from us or from them, the truth doesn't change. This behavior is about dodging accountability, not about love, not about beauty, and definitely not about preference. To all the black women watching this video, I hope you like this one. And until my next one, I love you so much. Bye.